make sure you have those summer timers, economy modes turned off during the winter months. More importantly, this guy here, he is amazing. Hey, hot tubbers, I am so excited you guys are here. Hot tub winter care. I'm assuming you guys are all here for that reason. And I got 3 big tips for winter care. And they are our number one and biggest issue that we have. Our number one service call is a dirty filter. I don't know how much I can explain to you guys that you do need to clean your filters, and you need to clean those filters at least once a month. It's actually a really good idea. And what I do here at home is I have 2 sets of filters. So I have 1 set of filters soaking in the filter cleaner at all times, ready to go. And then I have another filter in the hot tub. I switch those out monthly. And really, if you had a 3rd set, then you could get through the whole winter and you not have to worry about it, because nobody wants to clean their filters in the middle of winter. If you guys want to check out my video, and I'll put that link down in description about the hot tub winter accessory. But if you guys want to check that out, I did talk about some ways that you can hack your garden hose, because you do have to clean those filters out with a garden hose. And it's hard to do when it's snowing. Those of us in South Dakota, Minnesota, all those places where it gets super, super cold, you can't use your garden hose outside. So check out my winter accessory. But I talk about there's a little tiny spigot that you put on top of into your kitchen sink, and then you actually do a garden hose to that. That works fantastic for A, filling your hot tub, and B, cleaning that filter. And that just kind of rolls me right into our number 2, which is your water level's too low. You guys, the water leaves the hot tub so fast when it's below freezing outside, and it steams off so incredibly fast, and your water level gets down really low. You always want to have your water level touching the pillows. If you don't have pillows, you definitely want to be at the highest, above the highest jet, and that the water is freely flowing over the filter. As long as you're doing that, you're going to be fine. But you are going to find that you're going to actually have to add water quite a bit more in the winter. So, in the summer, you can get by 6-8 weeks and you're not going to have to add a lot of water to it. But in the winter, you're definitely going to have to do that a lot more. So clean filters, make sure your water level is good. Number 3 thing is check that hot tub. So on the hot springs that I sell, or the calderas, or any of those hot tubs have a good 10 to 14 days before they're going to freeze. So if you don't check that hot tub at least once a week, it's just really important that you check it at least once a week. So if I got 10 to 14 days at 0 degrees before that hot tub freezes, if you're checking that hot tub, then you know that you're sitting pretty good. If you get to the point it's day 7 and you're checking that hot tub and it's now at 60 degrees, we've now only got 2 or 3 days before that hot tub is going to freeze before we can get a service tech out there. And there's some reality to life right now, guys. Hot tub labor is just hard to find. And so we don't have the big window that we had before. I know everybody's there's not a dealer that I don't talk to that their service department isn't shrinking a little bit. And so they're just really hard to hire help right now. And so if your hot tub is in a freezing situation and we can't get to you, that's really bad. The worst thing that can ever happen to a hot tub is for it to freeze. And one of the things that I would tell you is that you do not... If you lose power, or if your hot tub is freezing, do not drain it. That is the worst thing that you can do, is drain that hot tub. What you really want to do, we actually have, again, if you check out that video of the winter kit, but you want to get a freeze guard kit. The space heater, it's kind of a big deal, but not the huge deal. You open up the equipment panel, you stick this in the equipment panel, that keeps the equipment from freezing. But more importantly, this guy here, he is amazing. In fact, I just talked to a couple customers today. I'm like, just get one. Make sure you get one. They're on sale really cheap right now at Amazon. You can get them for for like $50 right now. If you wait till January or February to get them, they're going to be $110, and they're easily going to do this. But this bucket heater is amazing. You're going to stick it inside of a 5-gallon bucket. You're going to weight that bucket, and you're going to just plug it in, and then it's going to keep that hot tub from freezing. Now, if you lose power to your whole house, obviously that's not going to work. But situations like when your filters are dirty or your heater quit working, that is huge. We literally rent out, gosh, I want to say we probably rent out 30, 40 of those every month. So it's just a good idea to have one in your own backyard. And especially if you're a little bit far away from, the dealer, and it's 60 degrees. Your hot tub is now 60 degrees at zero. You got 3 or 4 days, and it's going to be Friday afternoon when you check it. And now all of a sudden we can't get there till Tuesday or Wednesday. You're on borderline. You're going to have some serious issues. So that is just a good little hack that I have, and I highly recommend that those of you that live in the extreme cold, those of you in Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, anywhere like that is just crazy. Nebraska, even I've been through some major winter storms in Nebraska. In fact, I used to have a dealership in Nebraska, and there was we had a power outage, and we had 12 days without power, and we were defrosting hot tubs all over the country. Never hot springs, but we actually drove. We were on day 13. We had a customer that was about 180 miles away. We were in the truck with the generator to go defrost their hot tub so we could winterize our hot tub. When we did that, they actually called us, and we were halfway there, and it was day 13, and their hot tub was 33 degrees. So if you have a really well insulated hot tub, you're going to be okay. But it's one of those things that is really important that you stay on top of it. And if you do the one simple thing of checking your hot tub at least every 7 days, you're going to be just fine. It's a huge deal. So Jesse, he has, I have a Sundance hot tub with a smart tub. It alerts the power outage and the low temps. It's very nice. That is absolutely amazing. And I'm really glad to hear that, because there are some things out there that you can get. And I didn't even put this in my notes, but, it's great that Sundance does that. If you don't have a Sundance, you can get the ICare, and it does send you alerts to your phone if your temperature drops below a certain temp. Like I have mine set at 94, and I work an hour and a half for my hot tub, but I have it set at 94. And if I get that alert saying, hey, something's going on, I can call one of my neighbors that is probably in my hot tub right now, and call one of my neighbors and have them go check and make sure the cover didn't blow off or something like that. Because sometimes something real simple like that would be the way to go. But Jesse, that's awesome that you actually have that built in. So, but if not, otherwise you can check out the ICare. So right now we've got dirty filters. Check that hot tub every 7 days, and your water level is too low. So those are really big things. If you do those 3 things, you're going to get through the winter. There's one more tip that I actually have a couple more tips, but there's one more tip that's super important, and you need to make sure that your settings are correct on the hot tub. So like on the hot springs and the calderas and a couple of those, there's something called a summer timer mode or an economy mode. Those are a bad deal for those of us that live in freezing cold weather. What they do is they shut that heater off for 8 hours a day. And you definitely want to make sure that you're not doing that, especially when you get to those January, February months that it gets 42 below. And you guys all know what I'm talking about. And that's crazy. So you want to definitely make sure that those summer timer modes, economy modes, or sleep modes are turned off. You do not want those running during the winter months. It's super important that you keep those turned off, and you definitely want to make sure that you're just on regular mode. If not, you are just asking for problems. Like I said, the number one thing that will cause big issues on a hot tub is it freezing. It will ruin a hot tub faster than anything else. The next thing I got is covers, make sure you guys keep your covers on your hot tubs. And we are in the middle of a supply chain shortage issue that I have never seen. And it is actually, we just got an email today that the average cover is taking 35 to 42 weeks to get. So that is a year to get a hot tub cover. I need a new hot tub cover on my hot tub right now. It's just starting to get heavy. And it's something that you need to start thinking about for next year, because your number one loss of heat is your hot tub cover. How long do covers last? Covers will last 4 to 7 years, and that's an absolutely great question, and I totally appreciate you guys bringing that up. But 4 to 7 years is about how long your cover lasts. So if you're on year 3 and it's starting to get heavy, and if you have a big hot tub like I do, they wear out faster on a bigger hot tub than they do on a smaller hot tub. And if you don't have a cover lifter, for sure, just plan on after 4 years, you're probably going to have to replace that hot tub cover. So if you're getting to borderline, borderline, I'm not sure what's going to happen with this cover, you need to order it, because it's not getting any better. And the whole supply chain issue on hot tubs and covers and all of that, we're there with just like everybody else is, but you definitely want to pay attention to that. So what about preventative maintenance to make the covers last longer? There are things you can do that will help on making the covers last longer. Things like, there's a really good product called 303 Protectant. That's a fantastic cover product. There's another product called, Cover Shield. So that's another really, really good product. I do know a few people who have used like Armor All and that type of stuff on the outside of the cover. That does help it from cracking and peeling and all the stuff that happens there. But what really causes your cover to go bad is it actually takes on water. So it's sitting on top of that steaming water. So that water, it goes up, hits that cover. When it hits that cover, it takes on water. So that styrofoam inside that cover, they get waterlogged. And honestly, there's really not a whole lot you can do. And trust me, if it was out there, I would sell it. I've been selling hot tubs for over 20 years. But if there was some way to make those last longer, that would be a big deal. The one tip I could tell you is there's things called spa blankets, or they're giant pieces of bubble wrap. So those work really well on that. So they keep that steam from getting up into the styrofoam. They're a little bit of a pain because they're going to float on top of the water, and then you have to open the cover and then take those off as well. But they do seriously help make that cover last longer. So if that's something that you want to do to make that last longer, that's fantastic. Another thing that you guys can that I've had a few people do, especially my rural customers who are out in the country and there's zero protection for their hot tub, is they will actually wrap that, when that big blizzard's coming, they'll actually wrap the whole hot tub in a tarp and bungee cord that down. That's one thing you can do. I personally find that to be not worth it, in my opinion, but that is something you can do on a really, really big storm, when that once a century storm is coming that we're seeing every year these days. So you can kind of keep on that. The other thing is when the wind is blowing, and when the wind's blowing, make sure those covers are strapped down. Take the time to strap down or lock down both of those covers. If you are in a super windy area and your hot tub is not protected, you maybe even want to invest in something that's called a hurricane strap. And what that does is that's just one more strap that goes over the cover and locks that down so that the wind can't take that cover. If I could tell you guys how many times that customers called the next day and they're like, oh my gosh, the wind blew so hard last night, it blew the cover off the hot tub, or it blew the cover open. Those hot tubs, when it's 40 below and those hot tubs, the wind's blowing, they cannot keep up with the heat temperature. So it's really important that you keep those covers on and locked down. So that's another big thing. Another tip is do not drain your hot tub during those winter months. We actually recommend to all of our customers in our area that you want to drain those hot tubs, drain, clean, and refill those hot tubs. You want to do that sometime between Thanksgiving or Halloween and Thanksgiving. So you're in that period. If you're going to do it, you need to do it now. We used to say between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but the seasons have shifted just enough here that between Thanksgiving and Christmas is not, it's too cold. You can't, don't ever drain your hot tub if it's freezing. And you guys got to remember that sometimes those hot tubs will take a good, 4 to 6 hours to drain if you don't have a submersible pump. And that can cause a lot of damage to your hot tubs. So if it's really, really cold out, you definitely don't want to be doing that during that time frame. But yeah, I think that those are the tips that I have tonight. And thank you guys so much for what questions? Any questions anybody's got? Jesse knows what he's doing. He does talk about getting that shrinking hose is a necessity and is very easy to store. It very much is. I have that in that hot tub accessory kit. Oh, the other thing in the hot tub accessory kit, I found this year, and you guys, it is a roof. You put it on the roof and it melts the snow off of the roof. I bought one just because I wanted to try it because I had a customer tell me about it. I put it out, and if you guys check out my Instagram, it is, I believe I have a picture on that. I know it was on my story. I'll put another picture of that. But during that blizzard, so you plug it in, it's just like a giant heating pad for your sidewalk. It is, oh my gosh, you guys, the greatest thing that I have ever bought for my hot tub. And I've got the towel warmers, and I got the ICares, and I've got all that stuff. The snow melting mat is awesome. But they're just a roof mat. You don't want to get the ones that have wires all the way through it. It just literally is like a giant heating pad. The one I bought is 6 foot by 2 foot. In fact, I just bought another 3 foot area so I can make a little L shape. But it melts the snow amazing. But more important, and I don't even care so much about the snow, but when you get out of the hot tub and it's so cold and your feet freeze to the cement, this just takes care of it. And I hate wearing my slippers out there. I actually got my slippers on right now, but I hate wearing them out to the hot tub because you get them wet and whatever, and then you got to wiggle your way into them, figure it all out. I just literally run out to the hot tub, jump out of the hot tub, run across that mat, get my heated towel, and life is awesome. So that is definitely a good thing to get. That is the best accessory that I can find. Make sure you have those summer timers, economy modes, and sleep timers turned off during the winter months. Can't stress how important that is. Water level good, filters clean, just get on a regular routine and you're going to be absolutely fantastic. Any other questions? Anybody got anything? So guys, normally I'm on 3 o'clock on Mondays, but I did get called into work today. I will be back next Monday at 3 o'clock, so be sure to check that out. I do have some interviews lined up with a lot of other hot tub dealers around the country, so that's gonna be super exciting, and they're really excited, and we're gonna have so much fun with those. But let's see what else we got. Jesse's got one more comment. I use my leaf blower to blow the snow off the cover instead of risking damage from the shovel. Great point. That is great point. You don't ever use your shovel on the cover. Excuse me. Don't ever use the shovel on the cover, and make sure if you do use a broom, the blower's the best. But sometimes the snow is pretty heavy and you can't do that. But don't ever use a shovel on the cover. That's a really quick way to have to wait a year for anytime you damage those covers. You put nicks and holes and that type of stuff. Those covers are gonna definitely get used up much, much faster. So, but you guys, I absolutely love you. If you guys ever have any questions, you can definitely reach out to me on Instagram. It's the Hot Tub Lady on Instagram. DM me. I will 100% get back to you. If you have a specific question that I didn't cover tonight, I will definitely get back there. Don't forget to pick up your free hot tub care guide on the sfhottublady.co. I do talk about some of the winter tips in there. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe and all that good stuff, because that helps me help you become a happy hot tubber. And I'm also doing podcasts now, so be sure to check out Tub Talk with the Hot Tub Lady. And I absolutely love you guys, and thank you for hanging out with me so very late tonight. And I will see you guys. I have a video coming out on Wednesday, and I will see you live next Monday. Have an absolutely great week and keep making life epic.